Hi everybody! So I'm back with another spontaneous video, and I would like to share with you some thoughts that I had on a subject that I find very relevant, and I've been thinking about it more than before since I'm so focused on my PhD studies and other professional endeavors. And that is the topic of underworking and overworking, because these two are two sides of the same coin. So underworking can be equally detrimental and destructive to your work as overworking. You obviously need a lot of practice, you obviously need focus and concentration in pursuing your goals, but overworking leads to this compulsiveness and irritability and anger that you put into the work that you do, which can easily destroy everything that you built so far. So for instance, as a practical example, I wasn't able to draw as much as I wanted to, and that obviously frustrates me, but I have to learn to discipline my mind and use this time to focus on the intellectual part of art, because art or artistic education is both the physical practice of it, just building dexterity and drawing, but also the intellectual part of it, which is thinking about what you're studying, understanding it, studying your favorite artists or the masters, by immersing yourself into their compositions and figuring out what inspired them, going out into nature and collecting sources of inspiration, and just building this inner life, inner artistic life, just constructing your inner world. And this requires intellect and a lot of energy. So make sure to use this time when you're very tired. Don't think about what you're losing, think about what you can do to gain more experience and more maturity in your artistic endeavor. For instance, end your day by looking into an art album, looking at paintings of your favorite artists, and try to immerse yourself completely into their compositions. So yeah, this is something that I've learned over the years. I remember a couple of years ago when I started to study art with intent. I was watching a lot of videos from Prokopenko, like Proko and Jeff Watts, and I noticed a lot of comments from people stating that, man, I work so much and I invest so many hours a day into drawing and I cannot get to the level that I'm in, which shows basically that you're overwhelmed by emotions and you're not enjoying the process anymore, and you do not know when to withdraw. What happens to a lot of artists happens to everybody basically. I think the most dangerous part in the process of painting is the last 5 or 10% of the painting. That's when you become so absorbed into your work that you start to see all the mistakes and all the things that you do otherwise, and you start correcting until you ruin it. So you have to know this threshold, withdraw, come back after a couple of days or maybe even a couple of weeks, and you'll see that your work is not as bad as you thought. So I hope this is very helpful. It's definitely helpful for me because I get to articulate these thoughts, and I'm encouraging myself basically to push through this period of being a little bit more abstinent in terms of art. So see you soon.